how are you? This is a tarot card reading for Wednesday, and I hope you're doing okay wherever you are on Gaia. I've been a bit stressed this morning, but I'll talk about that at the end. So let's just pull back from the Matrix. It is an illusion and it is trying to constantly get its claws into us. So we just got to pull back from the Matrix and just connect with Spirit. And just going deeper into Spirit now. Asking what the message is for Wednesday, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so tarot is showing that you are excited about some new things that you're doing, and you do feel excited about life. You've got some ideas like going, you know, some excited ideas, maybe inspirations about things that you want to do. You're still kind of at the beginning of the journey. Now, you also could be attracted to somebody, or they might be attracted to you. Now, you're just beginning, and when we're just beginning things, it can sometimes feel like a bit of a struggle. You know, what you've got to remember is how far you've come. You've come an extremely long way from where you were, you know, even a year ago, but definitely like the last 5 years. You've come an extremely long way, and you are feeling happier and you are feeling more excited about life. But sometimes there is still going to be these struggles and these things that you have to deal with. So, you know, you're going to be fine. 5 of Wands, you're going to get through it. They're struggles that you can overcome. It's just sometimes it can feel like a bit of an uphill battle, you know, and you're just kind of at the beginning of doing what you're doing. So just hang in there. Spirit's got your back. Let's go back into Spirit and ask what the message is for your person at the moment. Okay, your person's doing better with their stability here. They're possibly doing quite well with money. Money could be coming in for them at this time. Their networks are improving. Things are definitely getting better for your person. They're just becoming more stable, more established in what they do. Their work could be going better at the moment, or their whatever projects they're working on, whatever it is they do with their day is going better. And like I said, money could be coming in for them in some way, shape or form. They're kind of going within. They are going a bit hermit-like as they go through the week. So take that how that resonates. They might be withdrawing a little bit. They might be feeling a bit tired. And like they just want to retreat into themselves. Let's have a look at, it's like they've been dealing with quite a lot, to be honest, and I think your person gets quite overwhelmed with dealing with all the different things life throws at them. So they just, sometimes they need to retreat back in order to cope. Right, so we're going to look at this deck. I'm going to see what the love message is. Okay, so going back into Spirit. And we've got Archangel Michael surrounding us with protection. I was going to say that at the beginning. Archangel Michael surround us with protection. Okay. Baggage. Emotional baggage can weigh down relationships. Unpack it. So there might be some conversations that you're having with family members, friends or lovers, just to do with whatever's been on your mind, really. You know, maybe you've had some baggage you've been carrying, some emotional stuff, and perhaps there are conversations you need to have with certain people. You know, because you're working through so much and you're kind of a different person now, you know, and people probably realising you're a different person, and maybe there's some people you do have to explain things to a little bit. It's not like you've got to justify yourself, but it's just so that people kind of understand where you're at, because you now understand yourself better, you know, and you can now share that kind of information if you feel comfortable, you know, and it can help your relationships because people will understand you better. Now you understand yourself better. And that's a good thing. So you might find that kind of naturally happens over the next few days or weeks. You just start to have more conversations with people where you're being very real with them, you know, about where you're at and how far you've come, what you've been going through, that type of thing. And it might well be that certain people open up to you as well about that kind of thing and what they've been going through. And it's amazing because that's how we bond, isn't it? And sometimes we find there's similarities and it's like, oh, I'm not the only one going through this, you know. It's quite an amazing feeling. So let's have a look at the astrology energy. A lorry's just pulled up outside and I think it's because my neighbour's moving and they're moving stuff around and it's distracting me. I'm going to do this deck first because I forgot. We didn't see what your person's thinking. Let's have a look. I'll go back into spirit and ask what is our person thinking. Oh, we've had that one before. Let's pick another one. Oh, it's really distracting. It's really distracting. Right, I don't react when people mention your name. So we've had that one recently. So your person is very closed off about you. They're kind of protective. I feel like it's more of a protective thing, because they are protective of you and they want to protect what they've got with you. So they don't really like to talk about it, or they don't talk about you because they've got your back. That's honestly how I feel. They wouldn't betray you. Does that make sense? We've also got the card We Will Be Together again. So your person's thinking about you. They want to spend time with you. They might even compliment you or something like that out of the blue, or say something really nice that you weren't expecting. So it's quite nice energy, really. There's some bonding going on with you and your person, I'd say. But they are a little bit withdrawn. They're still discovering a lot about themselves. That's what you've got to realise about your person. They're discovering a lot about themselves, and that's quite personal work, and it can be quite emotional for them. So let's go a bit deeper into spirit. We've got the Death card. Transformation. You are going through a transformation, a deep transformation in this soul family at the moment. It's massive. Your whole energy, literally, your whole energy at the moment will be going into the transformation you are going through. And there isn't much energy for anything else. So you will feel tired sometimes. Sometimes you're going to feel like you don't really want to socially interact with people. You want to be on your own. You know, you want to slow down the amount of activities you've got on. You might not be able to work. Just things like that, because your transformation is massive, and it just takes a lot out of you. You've got here the energy Uranus. I'm just picking another card as well because we had Pluto last week with the transformation, and I know it's spot on, but we'll pick another card as well. We've got Uranus, and it says rebellion. It says rebellion. Now, if you know Uranus energy, you'll know what it's about. Let me just get my notes. Let me get my notes because I've done a bit of astrology, but not loads. Change. Oh God. Change. Uranus is about change. Can be about being rebellious, perhaps. But I mean, you know, there's a lot of changes going on for you. I keep seeing the Tower card, you know, because that means that you've changed massively, and we have, and everything around us now needs to change, and lots of things are changing. I've had so many changes lately, like I can't tell you. I'll talk about it at the end. But you know, you're dealing with a lot right now. Spirit knows you're going through this transformation. things are changing for you all the time. So there is going to be some things that you have to talk to friends about or people about so that they understand what you're going through. Now, and it will sometimes feel like a bit of a struggle because change, I think for our soul family, we're very sensitive, so change can be quite challenging. It definitely challenges me. Okay, I've got here angel therapy cards. So we're going to ask the angels to come a little bit closer to us. Let's see what the angels are saying. Angels of 100% pure light and archangels. Oh gosh, we had this one, didn't we? It is saying that we're highly sensitive to oh, that's Alexa coming off. I swear to God, I'm being tested this morning. I told you I've had a stressful morning as it is. And there's a lorry outside there. Now Alexa's made that noise. You are highly sensitive to chemicals. I'm highly sensitive right now as well. So I know you must be as well. Additives, processed foods, energies. Respect your sensitivities, avoid harsh items, situations and relationships. You know, you've got to ask yourself, who is it best for me to talk to right now? Because you're extra sensitive right now. Okay, we'll pick another card as well. We'll just ask the angels for another card. Because we had that sensitive one last week as well. Oh, this is nice. Singing and dancing, express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. So it might be that the angels are saying, you know, it's time to listen to a bit more music again. I know that I go through swings and roundabouts with it because I'm so sensitive. Like, I can find music too emotionally overwhelming, if you know what I mean. But then if you find the right music, it can be quite cathartic. So music, any kind of movement, maybe exercise. I know I've not been exercising as much lately, so, you know, things like that. Angels are trying to look after you. They are looking after you, you know. They know we're a sensitive soul family. That's for sure. We're going to do this Work Your Light deck. Let's see what we get. We're just asking our spirit guides to come closer to us. Thanking them for all their help. We do love our spirit guides. Let's see what the message is. Mix them up a bit. That's it. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? more stuff about change. Everything's shifting. My God. You know, it's mad, isn't it? Everything is shifting. Lots of different things. Some of them you knew was going to change. Some of them you didn't know was going to change. It's quite unsettling at the moment. Let me just take a drink. I feel unsettled at the moment. You know, I just think we've just had this full moon, which one of you told me about, which I'm very grateful for because I hadn't actually realised it was a full moon yesterday. And it's very potent energy today. So, and it probably will be for the next couple of days, but definitely today I'm feeling it big time. Lots of shifts and changes. So we're going to do this deck. Let's see what our loved ones in spirit are saying to us today. And I've got the new deck for this. It's down there. I'm going to use it next week. So I'm really excited to share that with you because it's beautiful. It's little. It's a shame it's so small, but it's been handmade by somebody. But it's beautiful. The messages from spirit on it are amazing. So we'll do that next week. Right, let's see what our spirit, loved ones in spirit, are saying to us. Oh dear, we've had this message a couple of times. I am not dead. I am not dead. Let's put another one. We know they're not dead. We know they're alive still. Their energy will always live on. Death is not even something that really exists in truth. It's just such an illusion, isn't it? It's mad. Okay, lovely. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. Don't go into fear. I think that's what they're saying. I think your spirit, your loved ones in spirit, I think what they're saying is they know you're a bit scared about certain things and they don't want you to be scared. They want you to just be in love because they're in love up in the spirit world. And they want you to feel love rather than fear. Because love and fear are the opposites of each other, aren't they? So life is a series of choices. Choose love. So with everything you're going through right now, with all of these changes, expected and unexpected, you know, these struggles you're going through, try to keep coming back to love. You know, just breathe in spirit. Spirit is love. God is love. Okay, and just breathe that in and just stay centered, you know. That's why we're connecting with the spirit realm, to help us get a better balance, because when we're completely in the matrix, we can become very overwhelmed and very out of balance. And we had the Libra energy yesterday, didn't we? And that was all about, you know, being more balanced. Spirit's bringing more balance to your life. But sometimes to get more balance in your life, you've got to go through a few changes. And that can be very unsettling, you know. So it's a good reading, I think, especially good on this full moon energy, because a lot's being brought up. So we'll just go through it again. You are at a new beginning. You are excited about different ideas. You've got different things that you might be creating, perhaps a new job or a new idea. You know, you're excited, you're at the beginning, so you might be feeling a bit anxious or, I don't know, maybe a bit vulnerable, perhaps, in a way. You might get vulnerabilities come up. But you're excited. You could have someone that's attracted to you. You could be attracted to somebody. You have got some struggles you're dealing with this week, and it may feel really, really annoying. It may feel very testing. That you have to go through these types of struggles sometimes, and it seems to involve different people, you know, but they are struggles that you're going to overcome. You are going to deal with it. Your person is doing really well. They might have just come into some money, or their networks are improving. They're becoming a bit more stable with their life, you know, their stability is improving. You know, they might have more people to interact with or something like that. They're moving forward in the right direction for the long term. They're just a bit tired and they might retract a little bit. They might need to reflect on things a little bit. They might need a bit of time alone. And it's just how they manage everything, because I think they can get quite overwhelmed with the amount of people they have to deal with, you know, so sometimes they retract back. Your person's definitely got your back. They don't react when people mention your name. You know, they really don't. They really are protective of you, and they like to keep things private. And a lot of the time that's because of their own growth as well. Like, they're going through their own growth and their own stuff. You know, they do see themselves as being together with you, you know, whether it's as a friend, family member or lover. They do like spending time with you. They do see that happening. There may be, to do with love and relationships, there may be some things you need to talk about, you know, things you've been going through, because as a soul family, we are going through this massive transformation at the moment with Pluto energy. And you're changing. So it might be that there's a few people in your life, perhaps people you haven't seen for ages, where you need to explain certain things and it will help your bond, you know. And yeah, Uranus, change, rebellion. Rebellion, I mean, you know, you might find yourself rebelling a little bit because you are finding yourself and you're doing things your way, you know. You are sensitive to energies at the moment. You're very, very hypersensitive, so you kind of need to be kind to yourself. You might need to slow down. You might need to pull back from the matrix. You might need to do a bit more self-care, do things that feel good for you, look after yourself. You know, like, you might think, because I do sometimes, I think, oh my God, like, why I'm not coping with very much. It's, for goodness sake, you know, like, I need to, but you're going through a lot, so maybe you do just need to ease up on yourself and make life easier, however that is that you do it, because you can only be real. And singing and dancing, there might be something to do with music or exercise or dancing that you might do. It's just something that the angels are saying might help you this week. And your spirit guides are saying that you need to align your life, and what is not aligned might need to change. And I think you know that. I think your spirit guides are helping you make so many changes at the moment, and so many things are shifting. And it's kind of just all, there's like a momentum now, isn't there? I can feel it. There's like a momentum to all the changes that are happening, and it just seems to keep moving. It's really weird. It's exciting time. We're definitely not stuck. Like, sort of 5 years ago, we were quite stuck as a soul family, and I definitely would say it's not like that now. Things are moving now. Now, your loved one in spirit is reminding you, I'm not dead. They're alive. There is no death. Death is an illusion. They're in your heart. They're right with you. Life is a series of choices. Choose love, is what they're saying. They don't want you to be frightened. They don't want you to feel vulnerable. Your loved one is with you, strengthening you every time you need it. They're right there, okay? So we just say thank you to them for standing by us every time we need help with a situation that's challenging us. They're there supporting us to do it. They're there strengthening us to communicate or do whatever we need to do when things get tough, okay? So we're not alone, and that's what they're telling us. So that's the message. Boom, done it. That's not bad, is it? I've done all right. I was struggling today. I thought, oh God, I don't know if I can come on the channel because I just feel like so mixed up. Oh, I must say, thanks for giving the video a thumbs up if you can, because it will help me get out on YouTube a little bit. But yeah, I had such a challenge. I've got this medication I get from the doctors, and they just haven't bothered to get the medication for me, and I just couldn't believe it. Like, literally contacted them last week to say, like, can I have my medication? Freaking 6 days ago. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, 6 days later, they still haven't, they've only just put the prescription across to the chemist. So then you go to the chemist, and the chemist hasn't got the medication in stock. They've got to order it in. I was just having kittens. I thought I was going to have a complete autistic meltdown in the chemist. I could feel myself, like, you know, when you feel so triggered and you can feel like all your heart rate go up, your blood pressure go up. I felt like I was going to have a complete... I thought I was going to flip out in the chemist, you know. I kept talking to myself. I kept saying, like, just calm down, Kerry, calm down, Kerry, calm down, Kerry. Like, I'm on the verge of tears, you know, and I was just like, I was just freaking out. But anyway, she said the medication should be with the chemist tomorrow, which if it is tomorrow, that's fine, because I run out. Tomorrow is the day I'm got the last day left of my medication. But I just, you know, I just think they just don't think the impact they're having on people, you know, to leave you that last minute to give you a medication is quite cruel, isn't it? But this is what the Matrix is like. The minute you wake up in the morning, there's another challenge, there's another thing that it's trying to throw at you, and you have to be so resilient to you know, not let it get to you, don't you? And every day it's a different thing, and you know, you talk to people and they've got other things going on as well that are really challenging, and you just think, you know, it's a joke. This Matrix, it's just, just sometimes you just can't deal with it. Like, I just can't deal with it sometimes. I really can't. It's very challenging for me. I think we are just so sensitive as a soul family. It's hard for us to deal with these challenges as they come up. But anyway, we just keep believing in spirit and keep asking spirit for help, because that's the only way they can help us, is if we just keep asking, keep connecting with spirit and keep thanking them. You know, I was asking my loved one in spirit just to help me with my medication yesterday. Please sort out my prescription, please help me. You know, and they can help, you know, they can help if we ask them. So that's what we have to keep doing. But anyway, that's me. That's why my brain's so scatty today. So scatty. Like, I was going to do my parenting course this morning and I couldn't even do that because, well, I said to them, like, I can do it, but I said I might have to pop on and off the course online. It's an online course, you know, like on a video call, like a Zoom. And I said, you know, I've got to go to the doctors. I got my daughter off because my daughter was having an autistic meltdown this morning, so she couldn't go to school this morning on time. So I took her in an hour late into school, plus I had to go to the chemist to sort that out. And they just said to me, oh, don't worry about doing the course this morning. And I just felt really let down, honestly. It just made me feel really rejected, because I thought I was going to try and fit it in and I wanted to do it, and you're just basically rejecting me now, saying you don't want me to do it. So that really upset me. But people don't think what they're saying, do they? They don't think that that could actually upset you. They just didn't want their course disrupted. And I thought, well, how about how I'm feeling? Do you know what I mean? I thought that was a bit heartless. But anyway, I didn't complain, because the gurus, Indian gurus, say just don't complain. Just accept everything as coming from God, spirit. So, you know, I just accepted it and I said, fine, I'll see you next week for the course next week. But it did upset me quite a lot, and I was already upset this morning. So there you go. Anyway, I'm sending you lots of love. I hope you're doing okay. And hopefully this full moon energy just calms down. Take some deep breaths and keep connecting with spirit. And I'll see you tomorrow.